This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with an acclaimed artist. His name, NIKO VAUDE. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at his incredible talent.
I thought I'd make it on my own. I thought I'd call a place my home. I thought I'd make it through the stormy weather. I thought I'd rule this world. I thought it'd be different, thought it was planned. Thought that time would hold my hand. I thought it'd be different. You don't understand. You don't even notice who I am. I thought I was different. My life had a plan. My only castle's made of sand. It's been a lonely, lonely road, trying to pull a sword from the stone.
Well, hello, NIKO. How are you?
I'm great, Will. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, NIKO, thank you. And thank you for your patience. And I'm so excited. The audience got a sneak peek of your talent with the song Sword and Stone. Talk to me a little bit about the impetus for that song.
Thank you for using such great vocabulary. We are a big fan of words in my band, Pros and iCONS. First, let me elaborate on the band name. Pros and iCONS is a pun on pop music, having some irony between what makes a pro and what makes an icon, where we live in a world these days where the common celebrity is, dare I say, more impactful than the Greek gods themselves. So when we wrote Sword and Stone, it's an ode to those that feel left of center, those that feel outcasted, that have lived in the shadows, so that we can say to them, we can pull this sword from the stone, like how King Arthur once famously did with Excalibur. We can get through this. We see you, we feel you, and we represent you.
That's absolutely beautiful, NIKO. And I think in a time today where not only artists, but a lot of humans might feel displaced, or might feel like a misfit, or might not feel like they have a home. But I feel like through the music that your band creates and the vibe of you and your band, they can hopefully be inspired to step into their individual authentic power, and that there are humans out there that see and hear them. I just think that's so inspirational.
I appreciate the word authentic, because at the root of it, Will, we are fans of music first and foremost. We all have gone through our personal difficulties throughout life. And we found one commonality amongst each other, and that was music. We clung to it. We found our community of misfits. And we frankly just want to create that community for all the other misfits out there, just dying to have some sense of understanding in a world where something better is just one swipe away.
Absolutely, my friend. And also in a world today where, we're constantly feeling like we need to compare ourselves with the person to our right and our left, but being reminded that, to look within and to be still and to just forge your own path. It may not be at first a path that seems to even exist, but at the end of the day, it's usually the path of least resistance.
Absolutely. And I think there's something to say about going off the beaten path, doing what you believe in, because we only have one shot at this thing called life. So why not live it up and make the best out of it?
Absolutely, my friend. Well, listen, NIKO, I'm curious to know, throughout these past 18 months, obviously tough for all humans, especially artists, What were you able to do to keep your creative juices flowing?
The most important thing, honestly, that I did was pursue therapy. I think therapy is so underrated, especially for artist types, creatives, generally people that feel things a little bit more than the common folk. Um, and I think that it absolutely helped me, and it's coming out in my music, both independently and with my band. I operate my own studio here in New York City called Vaudeville Studios. I work with a bunch of fabulous artists, mostly queer, which is incredible to have the opportunity to represent them. Um, so I have been deemed a studio rat. I've been in there 25/8, and I'm not coming up for air just yet. I'm busy being creative, doing what I have to do under the hood, behind the curtain, so that come the new year, it'll be it'll be my year.
That baby. And listen, I'm so thrilled that you are an amazing artist, but also an amazing human that's able to, through what you do individually, through your band and through your studio, to provide a safe space, not only for artists, but for queer artists. I really commend you on that. And there aren't enough people out there that do that, but you obviously, you walk the walk.
We try to not only talk it but walk it. We live that life. We are queer fronted in my band. It's not something that we necessarily want to throw in people's faces, but we would be remiss if we didn't represent those that we feel the highest affinity for.
I love that show don't tell aspect to NIKO. In a world today where I feel like there are some bands and other artists out there, and God bless, that's their journey. That feels that mean that they might have to, I don't want to say, I want to be sensitive, maybe overcompensate. But the fact of the matter is that you make it a part of who you are and a part of what the band's about. And you are just showing the world, but also through your songs, a lot of confronting a lot of emotions that are pertinent specifically toward queer people.
Absolutely. I mean, it goes back to when we were young, who was bullied for this, who was picked on for that. I remember so vividly being picked last in gym class. You know what I mean? I always felt that I didn't belong. And if I could just create a safe space or some sort of community of understanding for those other alternative folk with my best friends, well, then I'd say I did just okay.
Oh, more than okay, my friend. You're doing fantastically.
Thank you.
Fantastically, fantastic. Which word is it, NIKO?
We could, let's buy the vowel. Let's go with fantastically.
Thank you, Mr. Wordsmith. Listen, NIKO, I could speak with you forever, but before I let you go, I want to remind our audience for more on the fabulous NIKO and all that he has going on. You can read more about him right below this video. And NIKO, I'm so excited you're joining this incredible new app, but selfishly, I'm also really excited that we are now connected.
Thank you, Will, so much.